right. Shalom and good morning, Boaz here. All right. Well, this is our first day out, and let me tell you, I thank the Father for 4x4, because without it, we wouldn't be going anywhere. But the name of the game is still to take it nice and slow. And this is, again, one of the main reasons why I love, all of the business that I do locally. And it's not going to take long to get to the job site. And it's all inside work, of course. But it's hectic out here. And so, you definitely need the right equipment. You need the right tools in order to get it done. And I'll tell you again, starting off, a good old-fashioned F-150 or Chevy 1500, they're just good, reliable trucks. And, I would stay away from, personally, any of these newer model trucks, the F-150s, the Dodge Rams. They made, 20 afterwards, you know what I'm saying? They garbage, man. They are literal garbage. And it takes you an arm and a leg in order to fix it. And I understand what these globalists are doing. You will own nothing and be happy, because the quality of these trucks have just gone down the toilet. So, the name of the game definitely is to, if you're going to buy a car or a truck, definitely get one that has some low miles on it, 100,000 miles on it. Get yourself a new transmission if you need to. Get yourself a new engine if you need to, because these cars, they're not good at all. They're just trash, man. The way of making them. So the name of the game definitely is to just go ahead and get yourself an older model, 2011, 2012, 2013. I wouldn't push past 2014, to be honest with you, because they just don't make them like they used to anymore. And like I've been saying, time and time again, these people are billionaires and trillionaires now. They can make crap products and do stock shorts and manipulate their own stocks or whatever. But still continue to put out garbage in the market, because they don't need, there's plenty of ways to manipulate the market so that they don't have to even make good quality products anymore. See, they don't need that anymore. They got all of the millions and trillions and billions of dollars that they've siphoned off the public. So therefore, again, they don't need you anymore. They don't need, all they need is your hard manual labor. That's the only thing that they need. They've amassed all of this wealth. And so therefore, they don't have to even create good products. This is a perfect example now. This is go, 4-wheel drive and just take it nice and slow. I'm not even really putting a lot of acceleration on the gas right now. I'm going no more than 20 miles an hour, but it's a direct result of having this 4-wheel drive, man. It works. It definitely does work. But as you see, these roads are bad, and I don't pretty much see anybody else on the road. I mean, I saw one car pass, but that's definitely about to go down the little hill right here. Just take it nice and slow. Nice and slow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the client, they're looking forward for me to finishing up their kitchen remodel. Probably I have another 5-6 days worth of work to do. But that's the name of the game, Nice and slow, be real careful. And, I've decided also, to look into a mini skid steer and a mini, one of them Chinese made mini skid steers with the attachments and excavators. I mean, I think that's going to save me a lot of pain in the back, because it's about that time now to upgrade. I'll be doing videos on that as well. But yeah, you know, take it nice and slow. Be careful. You know, a lot of people, majority of people, I don't see any activity. But like I said, I loaded up all my tools, my miter saw, and everything that I need to, you know, continue on this project. I'll be doing some videos from the job site. Yeah, it is beautiful out of Maine. We didn't have all that ice, and as you clearly see, there was an ice storm out in Graves County, Mayfield, many moons ago. I mean, it was probably like 3 years before I moved, and it was like one of them historic ice storms, man. Everybody was talking about it. And then you had the tornado that hit Mayfield. That was legendary as well. I mean, I was here for that one, you know. And I'll tell you, 5 minutes up the road, it destroyed pretty much everything. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you where it hit. And all these are new homes up here now, but we didn't get a lot of icing on the trees, as you can clearly see. There is no icing, but that's some dangerous stuff, because you know those trees, they bend and they snap, and before you know it, you know, I saw houses being crushed and everything. There's one tree I got to get rid of on the property, and the guy left his I don't know what that machine is called. No, it's not a tractor. I don't know what it's called. They got a winch and stuff on it. But as a matter of fact, I gotta call him. Remind me to call him later on today. Find out when he's gonna come up and deal with this, because the winch didn't work, so they couldn't do it. But yeah, I mean, clearly they've been able to plow the roads, but you know, they need to put down some salt. And I guess it's you know, salt costs money, not like anything else. You know, the price of all of this stuff is going up. That's why it's so important to be careful and just drive nice and slow. You see people, you know, they skid it out on the side right here. I've come to find, as long as you take it nice and slow, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Ooh. Little left turn here. Little right turn. Yeah, this is a secondary road right here. But you'd be surprised how fast you can slide out. But I figure if it's been this smooth on all of these roads, on this road thus far, it'll continue to be smooth all the way into town until I hit the major highway or the major road. But it's not bad. I remember that was a mini farm right there. They was selling $235,000. That was like 10 years ago. Probably worth $300,000-$400,000 a day. I'll tell you, man, these property values are just going through the roof. And so I say, you know what I mean, if you ain't buy good quality property, you know, a minute ago, that's why I say, you know, again, you know, prepping. The time though came out to set this thing up was damn near 5-10 years ago, man. At least 5 to 10 years ago, it was time to come out. You can put yourself in situations where you can, you know, set things up, and it's just all about the Benjamins today. If you ain't got the money to do a good setup, you're truly gonna be living off grid in a camper, shitting in the bucket indefinitely. That's why I say, you know what I'm saying, people like this, man, you know what I mean, you ain't got to be going that fast, man. But I tell you, they be rocking it. That's another good truck, man, a Toyota Tundra, but get the old ones. It's beautiful properties over here, but you know, past over here, man, there's a lot of destruction that took place. People done pretty much, they got the insurance claims and they rebuilt everything up now. See the sheep and the goats. More than 20 miles an hour. Because it don't take much for you to, to spin out. It don't take much. Before you know it, you done spent out and you're in the ditch. Seeing a tow goat. Be out getting that stuff done. Yeah, but this is that country life. You need that at least at the bare minimum. Like I said, an F-150, 4-wheel drive, Chevy, Dodge Ram. All of those are good, pretty much entry vehicles. I mean, I've heard people, talk about the Dodge Rams. I've heard people talk about the Chevys. They're all good, pretty much good trucks, provided that they were all well maintained. If they were well maintained, then it's not gonna be an issue. I bought my truck when I had 33,000 miles on it. I bought this truck. And come turn around, as well, I may just go ahead and get this oil change. You gotta see, it's oil change time. I saw the indicator. I may well go and get an oil change today. That's the key, what I'm saying, is get your oil changes done on time, checking your fluid, your transmission fluid, coolant, just making sure that stuff is topped off. Recently, I didn't even realize, ran out of coolant, you know what I'm saying, that the gauge started going up. Then farther out, according to time, pulled over and, refilled up the coolant tank. So you just make sure that, you're checking your fluids and stuff. It's just critical. Vehicle maintenance, preventative maintenance, man. You just can't let it slide, My sisters, they mess around, get a car, don't do the oil change, put it off, put the brakes off, put the wheels off, and I tell you, man, strong, independent, I don't need no man. Yeah. It's one of the sickening things I've ever experienced is a married woman calling me up to ask me to borrow money. It's just real sickening. It's real pathetic. But when people do that, it shows you how they really view you, to be honest with you. But you see, I mean, yeah, after this, we good to go. See, they always clean off the main roads. But after that, good to go. Smooth sailing from here. But yeah, I'll keep y'all posted. Shalom.